I think we just played really complimentary, just both sides of the ball. We had, on offense, we had a couple drives where we kind of stalled out, but I mean, just scoring off of turnovers, I was really happy with how we did that, and the defense put us in some really good positions with turnovers, and then also special teams. We got a good big punt return for the first drive, and I mean, that helps out a lot. So, but I think offensively we played well. We were really explosive and executed well, besides a couple plays that everyone kind of saw. But I mean, other than those that we'll correct, they're just easy stuff. That I think other than those couple plays, we played a clean game.
Trevor, you guys have been rolling these past 6 games or so. Are you excited about the week off, or do you feel like it's time for a break, or how do you approach this week?
Yeah, I'm excited for a week off. I think in high school I hated open weeks. I just wanted to keep playing, but I think when you get to college, it's a little harder on your body just every week, and the season's longer. So I enjoy the weeks off a little bit more. But I mean, we're definitely where we want to be, playing well, playing as a team. And we've gotten better every week, so we're happy about that. But I think it'll be good for us just to have a good little week off, get everyone healthy, and get ready for this last little run.
Is this last month the best that you personally have played, do you feel?
I think so. I think it's the best I've played, just holistically, making good decisions, taking care of the ball, and just and even on the plays where most people wouldn't notice what I'm doing, just like the little things. I think I've done a good job with those things, and obviously can still make some improvements, just finding the back and stuff like that. I can do a little bit better job at, but I mean, for the most part, I think I've played well the past couple of weeks.
Coach Haley said he thinks the biggest thing since the first quarter of the Louisville game has just been tuning out all the noise, and that's why he thinks you've been playing so well. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that's definitely part of it. I think it's a lot of things, but that's probably one of the bigger things. It's just, I mean, playing for myself and my teammates, and just this program and everything, and not really worrying about all the expectations and everything that's on me, and just having fun and just enjoying the moment.
Looking back, was the start of the season, did you not maybe have the fun you needed to have, and did the pressure maybe affect you more than you kind of thought it would, the outside stuff?
I think I was still having fun, but I do think I was just thinking a little too much about what I need to do to, live up to the expectations, and I think that's easy to start thinking about those things. So it's been good just to be able to play free and not really worry about that stuff, because I mean, I feel just confident in what we're doing and what I'm doing, so I'm not really worried about all the expectations and what people will say.
What have you heard about going down to Columbia as a Clemson player and the way that you get treated when you get down there? And you saw it up here, but what have you heard about going down there?
I heard it's a crazy environment, and we got a noon game. I just saw that, so I don't know how that changes. I've never been there, but yeah, I mean, it's a big rivalry. Obviously, the whole state's watching, and both sides are really passionate about this game and kind of look forward to it all year. So it's definitely a special one, and about their environment, I have no idea. I've never been there, but I've heard it's really, really crazy.
Wick was able to get a lot of pressure on you there in the first half. What do you think the issue was mostly?
I mean, there was one time we just miscommunicated with up front and the running back. Just kind of two guys had the same guy and let one free. And that was just an easy one that we corrected after. Then the other one was just I kind of stepped up into the pressure from one of the D linemen, so that was half on me. So that was just, I mean, just not a bad play, just a bad luck on that one. I stepped right into the guy where he was going. So those were the two. And then one in the second half was on me in the red zone. It's kind of a coverage sack. They covered our guy, so I tried to scramble, and they got me. So just should have thrown that one away. But other than that, I mean, O-line played really well, running back protected well, so it was good.
What was it like last year, kind of getting introduced to the rivalry a little bit?
It was fun. I mean, all week we kind of talk about it, and Coach Sweeney talks about it, and just you can see the passion and all that with the people that have been here and the coaches that played here, and all that goes into it is really cool.
I'm assuming you've heard the Tua news by now. Just what is your response to that, and does a situation like that make you think at all about your own load management? Just what do you make of that situation?
I mean, it's just I hate it for him. I mean, I met him over the summer, and we've like I say, we're super close, but we're definitely friends. And I send him a text every now and then. So I shot him a text when I saw it, and just praying for him and his family. But I mean, I think it's just a hard situation because I see what Coach Saban's trying to do. It's still the second quarter, trying to get some reps, and so I understand it. But it's also just it's really unfortunate and sucks that happened. But definitely praying for him, and I hate it for him and the whole program.
I know you guys don't go into games like planning for injuries or thinking about it, but I guess is that a situation
Yeah, I think it's just the biggest thing is that just to enjoy and appreciate every moment, because you never know when something can happen, and it's obviously a violent game, and like I said, you just never know. Anything can happen at any given moment, so just to appreciate everything and enjoy it.
Was your knee sore at all yesterday from the game?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. Got just a little strain in my calf, but I'm good. So
Good time to have some time off.
yeah, get a little rest. It'll be good. I think it's nothing serious, but it'll be good for the whole team just to get some time to recoup and recover a little bit.
What kind of happened on that play? You were like, you got a pretty good shot.
Yeah, I tried to slide and just kind of got my leg caught under me because I got about 10 yards on the first play and just tried to drop down and not take a hit, and then he caught me like mid-slide, so I either got to work on my sliding or just not do it anymore.
During camps or recruiting stuff, did you ever cross paths with Hilinski at all? Do you know him whatsoever?
A little bit, I think. It was either this past summer or the summer before out in California for a camp. He was out there, and I met him and his family, and they're really good people, and I liked him a lot. I mean, we didn't talk too much, but he's a good guy. So,
Take anything away from this game at all that Bentley's not going to be, the veteran guy that you got to know a little bit of manning camp, but he's not going to be leading the other team?
I mean, Hilinski's done a good job this year from what I've seen. I haven't seen a whole lot of their games, especially on the offensive side, because we're always playing. But I don't know. I don't think it changes too much. It's still, whoever goes out there they're going to be prepared, and they're going to have a whole week to get ready for us. And both teams have a whole season of film to watch. So I think all the cards are on the table, and it'll just be about who prepares and executes.
You spoke to Coach Sweeney, spoke to you guys on the importance of the rivalry coming up, but any players in the locker room, like some of the guys from here in the state, that stick out as far as speaking out about the Gamecocks and their love towards them?
Yeah, I don't know about specifics, but there's a handful of guys that are from South Carolina that, grew up Clemson fans that are here now that can kind of talk about just how serious it is and how when they were kids, they were a Clemson fan. They hated South Carolina fans because they would always have to, especially the ones that lived down and near Columbia. I always talk about how terrible that was being a Clemson fan down there. So, you hear stuff like that all the time. But like I said, there's just a lot of passion, and this is the game that, regardless of how the season's gone for either team, that both teams and fan bases are ready for it.
How weird is it going to be to see Tavien?
It's going to be different for sure. I only played with him for a year, but obviously we had a good relationship, and it'll be strange. I'm sure really weird for some of the other guys that played with him for 3 years, but so yeah, it'll be good to see him though.
I think Tua had said he had asked to, I think Coach Saban had said Tua had asked to go back in the game on that last drive. What is that dynamic like when kind of the coaches come to you and say, hey, we're going to pull you now? Do you ever ask to go back in, or how do you kind of handle that?
I usually, it depends. I think if I'm ever asked what I want to do, it's usually like, yeah, let's go another series. But so sometimes they'll say that, but usually it's either you want to go one more or whatever, or it's okay, you're done. So it's not really like if they say you're done, I'm not saying let me go back in for one more. So it just depends. I'm sure that was similar with Tua. It was kind of like, you want to be done or you want to go one more and get a little last 2-minute drive in or whatever it was. And then obviously I think any competitor wants to go in and play more if they can. So I would have done the same thing.
Is there similar vibes, do you feel, going into the regular season finale with this team? Is it similar to last year when you can look back and kind of the feeling and the atmosphere around this group?
Yeah, I think it's similar. It's a little bit different. I just think our dynamic is different, the team we have, but for just, I guess, how the season's gone, it's similar. But from any other aspect, not the same, really.
Considering what they did to Georgia earlier this year, I know it's a little bit different South Carolina team now. You kind of have to protect against the fact that they're a 4-win football team, and it's overlooking them, I guess, even though it's a rivalry game. But they do have talent on their side.
They have a lot of talent, and that just shows. They played against Georgia. Just that, on any given day, anybody can beat anyone, and they have a good team, and they have a lot of good athletes, and especially for this game, they're going to be ready to play. Just it being a rivalry and kind of the biggest game of the season, so they're going to be ready. And we definitely won't overlook them, and we have 2 weeks to prepare, so we're going to get everything we can out of it.
Trevor, do you ever catch yourself sitting back and saying, I haven't lost a game?
Not really. I hope to, and I plan to keep that going. So that's more what I think about.
When you say that you are doing a lot of little things that people won't pick up on, what do you mean by that? What are some?
Yeah, I just meant just footwork and maybe throwing to forcing a ball and it's a completion. It looks great when really should have gone somewhere else. I think just from that viewpoint, I've done a better job this year of just making good decisions, and then also just little things like footwork, mechanics. I think I've done a better job than in the past.
What's a typical Thanksgiving like in the Lawrence household?
Well, so last year was a little different. They came up here for the day because we were, I think it was right before we played South Carolina last year. I can't remember, but so they came up here. So it's, I mean, this year I'm going home. So during the bye week, I'll go home for the weekend and we'll do it on Saturday. So we'll do it early. So that'll be fun. But usually a lot of good food and a bunch of leftovers.
Deep fried turkey or?
We've done it before. Yeah, I like it, but I don't know if we're doing it this year or not. But it's good.
How much do you kind of keep an eye on the Coastal Division and what's going on over there, knowing you guys have your spot in the championship game all set?
I think now you kind of look at it just to see, because you're curious who you're going to play here in a couple weeks. But I mean, from what I've seen, there's really nowhere to tell who we're going to play. So I mean, we'll see in a couple weeks who it's going to be. But it is interesting to see and look and say, okay, the different scenarios of who we could play. So it's kind of cool.
Do you watch those three teams in contention, like when you get a chance to watch them, like Pitt last Thursday or anything?
Yeah, when we get a chance, for sure, watch any ACC teams we can. So I watched the Pitt UNC game on Thursday night, which is a really good game. But yeah, I mean, that's like any team. We try to watch any of the big games when we can.
See anything from South Carolina's defense? I know you guys probably haven't started much on that yet.
No, I honestly haven't really started on it yet. I was going to today, but I know they have a really good front on the defensive line, and I remember from last year, Kinlaw was a really good player, and they got J.C. Horn is someone I knew in high school was a good player at DB. So, I mean, they're going to have playmakers everywhere, and it's just going to be a matter of executing and putting together a good game plan.
Obviously, this Tua injury is one of the bigger ones of his career. Have you ever had like a massive injury, like a
Yeah.
life-changing, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
Not really. Like, knock on wood, I haven't had a super serious injury. No.
Anything else?
What was your first reaction when you heard the news about Tua?
Yeah, I think I can't remember when I first heard about it. It was either towards the end of our game or right after, and I didn't know how serious it was at first, and I kind of saw that it was pretty serious. And like I said, I just hate it for him, and he's a really good guy, and I know it'll all work out good for him in the end. But I mean, I know it's tough, just the kind of guy he is and the competitor. I know it sucks for him not being able to finish the year.